Welcome back to WWH. My name is Andrew Dreamer, and today we're stepping into the eerie realm of found footage horror with a film that promises chills and thrills, The Gallows. Directed and written by Travis Cluff and Chris Lofing, this cinematic offering hit the screens in 2015, unleashing a wave of terror that left audiences questioning the boundaries between superstition and reality. Now, as we venture into the world of The Gallows, let's take a ringside seat and explore the ensemble cast that graced the screen. Starring Reese Mishler, Pfeiffer Brown, Ryan Schuss, and Cassidy Gifford, this horror flick promises not only spine-tingling scares, but also some pretty decent performances that feel believable for the most part given their situation. And of course, what's a horror review without a touch of the unexpected? Much like a shocking storyline in professional wrestling, The Gallows keeps you guessing until the very end. So lace up your boots and head to Gorilla. We're diving headfirst into the shadows of The Gallows. Let's unravel the secrets, dissect the scares, and find out if this horror offering truly delivers a chokehold of terror. We're about to shine a spotlight on the dark corners of cinematic fear. Let's head to the ring. The film opens with creepy footage from an old school play. On the fateful night of October 29th, 1993, tragedy strikes at Beatrice High School during a presentation of the play The Gallows. In a horrifying accident, student Charlie Grimmel is unintentionally hanged and loses his life due to prop malfunction. The haunting spectacle unfolds before his parents and the entire audience, leaving them to bear witness to the tragic events that would forever change their lives, as well as the lives of future students. 2 decades later, on the ominous night of October 28, 2013, Beatrice High School revisits the ill-fated production of The Gallows. In a bid to get closer to his crush Pfeiffer, football jock Reese Hauser auditions and surprisingly lands the lead role. However, the weight of his unexpected part becomes overwhelming, prompting him to seek an escape. With the help of his friend Ryan Schuss, they hatch a plan to vandalize the set and derail the entire play. That evening, Reese, Ryan, and Ryan's girlfriend Cassidy covertly enter the school to dismantle the set, only to unexpectedly encounter Pfeiffer in the hallways after completing their task. Attempting to leave, they discover they're locked inside, devoid of all cell phone reception. Tensions rise as Cassidy frantically confesses to their real motive, leading to a disconcerting confrontation with Pfeiffer.
Why would you say that?
Please get out.
Pfeiffer, it was my idea, all right?
Pfeiffer,
Pfeiffer,
will you listen? Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, it was my idea.
Stop talking for a second. You've done enough.
As they return to the stage, an eerie sight unfolds before the group. The set has mysteriously reassembled itself.
I took that noose down. Reese, I took that down. You saw me take it down, man.
An ancient, boxy television springs to life later spontaneously, playing a tape featuring news coverage of Charlie Grimmel's tragic death, complete with an interview of his girlfriend, Alexis.
Not fair.
That's that lady from the theater. She was the girlfriend.
The shocking revelation comes to light that Charlie, unbeknownst to many, wasn't scheduled to perform that day. He was merely the understudy for Reese's father, Rick, the main actor.
I needed the light.
Tell him! Okay, what happened?
What is my dad doing? Charlie was supposed to be the hangman.
I just wanna go.
My dad backed out. That's why Charlie died.
Where the hell were you?
The group then finds themselves inadvertently separated, and in this solitude, Ryan stumbles upon unsettling discoveries. A concealed room with a mattress and bed frame, and a chilling apparition of a hanging body. Are you ready for a tag team of terror and thrills? Join the fear-fueled frenzy that is the WWH Universe. Don't miss out on any spine-tingling reviews, eerie analyses, or a ringside seat to all of the horror you crave. Hit that subscribe button now and let the terror unfold. As the group reunites, Cassidy experiences a horrifying encounter, being suspended into the air by an unseen force. I guess the Undertaker became invisible. This encounter leaves her with burn-like injuries on her neck, resembling those that would be left by a rope.
Freaking ground!
Move out of the way,
Oh my
Pfeiffer.
God!
Move. Let me see it. Cassidy, I need to get a good look
Not
at
see
it.
it.
I need to.
Back on the stage, Pfeiffer identifies an air conditioning duct as a potential escape route. However, their plans take a sinister turn when an unseen force violently throws Ryan off a ladder, resulting in a broken leg.
Reese, I got this.
The group finds themselves locked out of the stage, leaving Ryan vulnerable. As the tension escalates, we're granted a glimpse into the unfolding horrors through the footage captured on Ryan's cell phone. Despite their efforts, they can't get back in. And once they finally manage to regain access, they only find Ryan's abandoned phone. Ryan screams for Cassidy, begging her to come back. His already shot nerves are further rattled when he locks eyes with a mysterious figure ominously clutching a noose.
Guys! Guys, there's someone in here! Ray! Help me, guys! Guys!
Suddenly, he finds himself violently yanked away by the neck, suspended by an unseen force through a fly rig. As the eerie night unfolds, Cassidy meets her demise at the hands of Charlie, masquerading as the Hangman, a character from the Gallows. Reese and Pfeiffer, in a nightmarish twist, find themselves on the eerie stage where the otherworldly force begins to choke Pfeiffer. Recognizing the intent of their Terrifier, Reese and Pfeiffer reluctantly become players in Charlie's malevolent game, reenacting the harrowing final scene where their characters face a hanging.
Hey, you don't have to...
August, don't go, okay?
Pfeiffer, you don't have to do that anymore. You can go,
August,
right?
I'm
Pfeiffer,
Pfeiffer.
why are you saying that? Stop calling me that. You can
August.
go. Pfeiffer, stop!
In a tragic turn, Reese, embodying the grim narrative, places the noose around his own neck and succumbs to the same fate he sought to escape. The haunting crescendo arrives as Pfeiffer and an adult manifestation of Charlie bow in an unsettling encore. Watching this twisted performance unfold, Alexis, a spectator to the entire performance, rises to her feet, offering a chilling standing ovation to the surreal horror that has unfolded before her eyes. Sometime later, the police cautiously enter the house where Pfeiffer and Alexis are living. With each step they take, the chilling atmosphere thickens. The two women are engrossed in watching the haunting footage of Charlie's demise, a morbid revelation unfolding before their eyes. The camera lens zooms in on the harrowing scene, exposing the intimate connection. Pfeiffer is the daughter of Charlie, and Alexis holds a grim tie to this tragic lineage. Attempting to unravel the mysteries surrounding Charlie, the officers cautiously approach and utter that cursed name, only to be met with an ominous warning from Pfeiffer. You shouldn't say that name.
Charlie Grimmel?
You shouldn't say that name.
Tensions escalate as the air becomes charged with supernatural dread. A horrific spectacle ensues when one officer witnesses his partner being violently dragged by a noose. A malevolent force claiming his partner's life before his very eyes. The inevitable confrontation with Charlie reaches its apex as he mercilessly attacks and slays the hapless officer, culminating in a foreboding darkness that envelops the screen.
No!
And that is where this movie ends. At least for now. The Gallows did receive a sequel that was shot secretly and released in 2019. While the sequel does share some connective tissue with this film, most notably an appearance by Pfeiffer, in the end it turns out to be a conspiracy to complete an online challenge, not actually Charlie. The sequel also has a 0% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and honestly, I don't disagree. But back to the subject at hand. While I'm not the biggest fan of found footage movies, I do find this one a bit endearing. Of course, we will dig deeper into the positives and negatives, but first we have to take a short break, so stick around for more WWH action. If you're looking to save 20% off of your entire order from Redcon 1, look no further. I have a deal for you. All you have to do is type in code AndrewDreamer12 when you're checking out, and you will automatically receive 20% off your order. Go check it out. Head over to ProWrestlingTees.com/AndrewDreamer to check out some of my merchandise. There are a few different t-shirt designs, so make sure you go check it out. Also, head over to Patreon and consider becoming a member of the WWH Universe. There are a lot of really cool perks, and we would love to have you. Welcome back. We have a show to put on, so let's head back down to the ring for the positives. The Gallows introduces an innovative concept by framing the horror within the setting of a school play gone wrong. The use of found footage within the context of a theatrical performance adds a unique layer to the narrative. I just find it interesting. The film also employs jump scares effectively to create moments of tension and fear. Now, jump scares can be annoying sometimes, but for the most part, in this movie, I find them effective. The movie successfully builds a suspenseful atmosphere, particularly in the confined and dimly lit spaces of the school. This atmospheric tension enhances the overall horror experience. The relationships and dynamics among the characters, especially the core group attempting to sabotage the play, adds depth to the story. They feel like a real group of friends. You can really see it as Reese's aggravation with Ryan grows throughout the film. And the movie clocks in at a swift 81 minutes. It's not drug out or overdone. They had a story to tell, and they told it without adding a ton of padding, which leads me to my final positive. There's not a lot of downtime in this movie. There is always something happening. It's a fine line between good fast pacing and sloppy fast pacing, and I think they did a fairly good job with it here. But I do have some issues with the film, and let's look at those now. The Gallows incorporates elements of the found footage genre, but it also falls into some cliches associated with this style of filmmaking. The shaky camera work and inconsistent filming perspectives can be distracting at times. There are also some issues with the dialogue, meaning it can be unconvincing or even seem forced in certain scenes. Believable dialogue is crucial for audience engagement, especially in a found footage film, and shortcomings in this area can, again, distract from the overall storyline. And I also find Ryan to be insufferable. He's a stereotypical jock who bullies people and judges them. It gets really annoying really quickly. As we draw the curtain on our exploration of the Gallows, it's clear that this film is a unique addition to the found footage horror genre. While it may not escape all of the pitfalls that come with the territory, it does manage to deliver some effective scares, especially for those who relish the anticipation of well-executed jump scares and a suspenseful atmosphere. While acknowledging the film's weaknesses in dialogue and annoying characters, it's worth noting that the Gallows has its own distinct charm. The atmospheric tension and effective jump scares may be enough to satisfy fans of this horror genre, especially those who appreciate the unique approach to storytelling. So, if you find yourself drawn to the handheld camera aesthetic and the eerie potential of a haunted school play, The Gallows could be an interesting choice for your horror watch list. But that is going to do it for my review of The Gallows. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this movie. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more coming your way very soon, but until then, my name is Andrew Dreamer, and this is Wrestling with Horror.